Quát High School was built in 1961 and was named based on the ethnic identity. My school's teachers are very dedicated and enthusiastic. Moreover, Quát High School also launches many interesting and beneficial events. My full name is Thanh. I'm a student in class 11A5 of Quát High School. I hope you guys enjoy our project.
Hello everyone, my full name is Hạnh and I'm now a student in grade 11A5 of Quát High School. Me and my partner spent so much effort on making this video, so I really hope you enjoy it and stay tuned.
Hello, it is 911. What is your emergency?
Half! My husband is beating us! Save my children!
Okay, calm down and tell me your address. Ma'am? Ma'am, do you hear me?
So, what is domestic violence, you may ask? According to the United States Department of Justice Office on Violence Against Women, the definition of domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner to gain or maintain control over intimate partner. Domestic violence is not physical violence alone. Domestic violence is any behavior on purpose which is to gain power and control a partner. How about the causes? In fact, there's no causes of domestic violence. However, these possible causes are only to better understand why an abuser believes that it is acceptable to abuse their partner physically, sexually, psychologically, or emotionally. Abuser may feel that there is need to control the partner because of low self-esteem, extreme jealousies, difficulties in regulating angers, or other strong emotions.
Effects on the victims: death, illness, injury, and disability. Domestic and family violence is a leading cause of death, illness, and emotional health, including depression, shame, anger, and suicide. So we can't just let it happen, right? Self-defense. Self-defense is defined as the right to prevent suffering, force, or violence through the use of sufficient. As you can see, self-defense law is more complicated than it first appears. Self-defense arises. States have development rules to determine when self-defense is allowed and how much force a victim can use to protect themselves.
That's a term that I want to talk about. Passion crime or manslaughter. It is basically a crime committed while in throes of passions with no opportunity to reflect what is happening and what the person is about to do. So, let's just move back to the case in the beginning.
Nguyễn husband, Mr. Hạnh, physically and sexually abused his wife. Hạnh, for 5 years, often threatened to kill her and their children. And one night, he was drunk, coming home and keep beating his wife. He will also try to abuse his children. Thanh was terrified, scared, and hopeless, so she called 911. But before the police could do anything, she stabbed him with a soft knife. So, for self-defense to justify a killing, the defendant must have reasonably believed that the use of deadly force was necessary to protect herself from an avoidable, imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm.
We also want to suggest some right ways to deal with this concerning issues. First, call for help. This may be necessary for the victim as well as friends, relative, or neighbor of victim to call police for help. This domestic violence is a crime.
The next is seek medical treatment. Many injuries require medical treatment. Victims who have been physically or sexually abused should see a physician for complete medical evaluation.
Here are some hotlines you can call when facing up with domestic violence. As a result,